Hey guys, welcome back to another devlog. It's our second one. So, not as much to share today, but I thought I'd just give you a bit of an update on how the transition to the new structure for BridgeOS is going. Heaps of good progress this week. Most of the porting into the new development environment is done. It was a bit of sort of just thinking and productive staring at the ceiling, trying to work out the best way to separate the different models supported by BridgeOS. So currently the Bridge 4 and the Bridge 6 with some new stuff coming that we're using that same code base, that same sort of underlying real-time operating system for, how to segregate the different parameters and hardware functionality that's capable in each of those devices, but also keep the code base really streamlined and performant. So bit of a juggling task, but yeah, some really good progress on that. So I hopefully should be able to give you a bit more of a solid update next week, possibly. But yeah, in the process of doing this, rather than just kind of porting the code, the code base line by line, it's actually been, as I mentioned last week, rewriting some of those underlying libraries, cleaning things up as I'm importing and just hitting some of the not even so much issues, but just to-dos that have been in there and things that have needed a bit of restructuring and cleaning up along the way. So tackling some of those as we go. But something else I wanted to talk about today was where we're at with some of the new hardware. So a lot of the BridgeOS work and also our manufacturing has been taking up a lot of my time recently. One thing which pretty much since we began as a business has been that we've struggled to keep up with stock demand. And from the outside in, that can seem like, what a problem to have. It's tough, not being able to, or having so much demand and things like that. But it is actually a problem, and until you're trying to deal with it, you don't realize how much of a problem it is, because there's so much going on in terms of time and opportunity cost that has to be factored into that. So yeah, we know it sucks waiting for your orders. Like, totally get it. It's really frustrating, and it's frustrating for us too. We've got these kind of orders piling up. We're trying to prioritize them. I think we're starting to get pretty on top of those this year, but we know that it's still not ideal. So we're working on that. In particular, we are taking some steps to move away from a batch manufacturing model where we assemble sort of in batches and ship those out. Usually they're pretty much all allocated to pre-orders, moving towards having stock on hand. So that's been a pretty significant investment for us in terms of time, financially getting that ready. So I think that's going to really pay dividends over the next couple of months as well. So that's cool. Probably the most exciting thing I wanted to share today is a couple of the upcoming projects we've got going on. If you've followed us for any given length of time, it's probably no secret that we've always got something going on behind the scenes. And I think that is two-part. Part of it is that I've been just introspecting a lot more over the last couple of years and sort of come to realize that whilst, completely, admittedly undiagnosed or anything like that, but that I've noticed that I definitely have some sort of, ADHD type tendencies, particularly the way that I work and the way that I have to plan my focus and things like that. And so often I have to try and be really disciplined in not jumping from one thing to the next thing to the new exciting thing, and just really keep my focus reined in. And I think that's something I've had to learn to be better at. I'm not saying I'm fantastic at it yet, but over the last couple of years of running Pirate Media, I've definitely improved and gotten good at being a little bit less scattershot with what I'm working on. Another factor is, which is, probably a bit more positive, just as we're developing things and we're interacting with you guys in the community, we've got these cool ideas and people point things out, and you have those brain flashes that you want to try and follow a little ways down the rabbit warren. So in terms of new hardware and products and things like that to bring out, we've got no shortage of backlog, but it's for us a matter of prioritizing what we're working on, because as a small team, just the two of us at the moment, we have to really prioritize what we do work on and what we do spend our time on, and how best we can optimize that and parallelize the workflow. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick little look. There's nothing ready to be sort of properly revealed yet, but two of the things that I've been working on, chipping away at in the background, that you'll be seeing a bit more formally soon. This little board is going to be announced fairly soon. Now, this is a first prototype. It's a little bit messy, needs a bit of cleanup in terms of attention to detail on the board. This is going to be an open source product. It's going to be something I want to create an ecosystem around. It is a development platform for building your own MIDI controller, but also for modifying existing pedals to be MIDI controllable. So that's going to be really exciting. Stay tuned for that. So if you're, a hardware person, you're into, embedded firmware, or you just want to get your hands dirty trying something new, then this will be for you. It's going to be great. We've also got this board here, which is our new micro loop revision. So I talked a bit about this last week, but I've overhauled the micro loop, and we've been focusing on refining it a bit as a product. If you missed last week's episode, that'd be a good one to look at. But yeah, this is sort of the current state of affairs. The firmware stack for it is going really well. It's actually just about ready for me to be doing some audio testing with, and it's got some really cool new features that you guys are going to love. Stay tuned for more on that soon. That's all from me for now. Just a bit of an update with where things are going. So if you guys have any questions, pop them down in the comments, and yeah, see ya.